ABC 17 News at noon today on KMIZ, where the news comes first.
Welcome back. We're coming up on 9:13. Well, summer is right around the corner, a time during which more people are out, possibly causing more problems for law enforcement. Joining me today to talk more about the battle deputies seem to face each year is Detective Tom O'Sullivan with the Boone County Sheriff's Department. First off, thanks so much for coming on today.
Glad to be here.
We appreciate it. Well, hey, deputies, how do they prepare for the summer months? Because we do sometimes see an uptick in crime.
Right. Summer is always an extra busy time for law enforcement. At the Sheriff's Department, we employ a number of different strategies. We're aware of kids being out of school, being unsupervised during the day, so we tend to see an uptick in activities involving juveniles. We will use our school resource officers on patrol since they don't have to be at the schools during the summer, so that gives us a few more guys out working patrol. We're a very proactive department. We target the hot spots in the county, and we try to focus on the areas where we know the criminal activity is going to occur.
And where are those areas typically in Boone County?
Primarily, they're in the rental communities right outside the city limits of Columbia. You've reported on things in Demerit Drive and Bellevue and Bethany. They are traditionally hot spots, and we focus a lot of our energy on those areas.
Yeah, so try to be proactive in terms of patrolling through a lot more during the summer months.
Right.
What would you say, I mean, in terms of, do you see a problem around the rental properties specifically?
Yeah, probably the number one problem, in addition to the criminal activity in these rental communities, are irresponsible landlords who, in many ways, foster and perpetuate criminal activity. These irresponsible landlords, which are certainly in the minority, don't screen their tenants, they don't monitor their property, they don't keep tabs on what's going on at their property, and it causes a lot of problems.
And you said sometimes you notice the same ones, you know, owning properties where the same crimes are happening.
Yes.
What can the Sheriff's Department do about this?
Well, our hands are tied because of the form of government that the county has. We are not able to enact or create rules, regulations, and ordinances governing rental property. Unlike the City of Columbia, which has an Office of Neighborhood Services and an Office of Protective Inspection, we really don't have any teeth to go after these irresponsible landlords.
Yeah, there's not even a ticket you can really write them, right?
No, there's not. We've tried to address this issue with the state legislature, but it has been shot down the last 4 or 5 years, so we haven't really made any progress in that area as far as trying to bring some of these irresponsible landlords to bear.
Now, do you think, I mean, do you try to have conversations with them? Do you try to say, you know, we've got to get this under control?
Yeah, and some landlords are very appreciative when you bring a problem to their attention and they remedy it, and we have a very good working relationship with most of the landlords in Boone County, but there's always that small minority that knows how to play the game, and they know there's really not anything we can do to them, and their main concern is so long as that rent check is there at the first of the month, they don't care what happens at the property.
And some of these people, they don't even live in the area, these landlords, right?
Yeah, some are absentee landlords, and they have a property manager or some mechanism for them to collect rent, but most of the irresponsible landlords are local people.
Do you think, I mean, you know, do you have some areas that are wanting to clean up, they're wanting to make a change, and other landlords are really frustrated?
Yeah, and again, I would say the irresponsible landlords are the minority here. Those places I mentioned, Demerit Drive, there's a lot of good landlords out there, but a couple, 3 bad landlords in one area is like a cancer, and it can really pull down a whole area.
So in these types of areas, especially in the summer months, like we were talking about, where we see more people out, more, you know, instances of violence can happen, is that where you have more people patrolling?
Right, yeah, it's the same hot spots that have been hot spots ever since I joined the Sheriff's Department 27 years ago. What
do you think is going to be a solution, or do you think there is one?
You know, again, we didn't get into this overnight. We're not going to get out of it overnight, but I really believe, and the sheriff believes, that the first step is being able to create and enact some rules, regulations, and ordinances concerning rental property.
So you can really crack down and do something out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I appreciate you coming on,
Thank
Detective.
you.
Thanks so much.